Hey y'all, buckle up because Genoa City was giving us a whole charcuterie board of drama, awkward flirtation, mommy issues, and emotionally constipated men. On today's episode of The Young and the Restless for Wednesday, April 23rd. And this is your favorite shady soap opera lover, Ava, ready to break it all down like a cheap flat iron on a humid day. Let's dive in, shall we? First up, we got Daniel. Yes, that Daniel, sitting at Crimson Lights with Tessa like he's auditioning for Sad Artist the Revival Tour. Baby boy is out here trying to find himself. He's giving, I need an emotional reset energy. And Tessa's looking at him like, sir, are you okay? Do I need to call Heather? But instead of a therapist, he's decided that what he really needs is guitar lessons. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've entered the Eat, Pray, Shred chapter of Daniel's self-help journey. He's like, Tessa, I need as much of your talent and time as you can spare. And Tessa squints like she's trying to decide if this is a setup or a Craigslist ad gone wrong. After some light giggles and mild existential dread, Daniel finally says it. Will you teach me to play guitar? And Tessa, bless her boho little soul, gives him a TED talk on how playing guitar will break your heart, your fingers, and possibly your soul. But Daniel's all in, y'all. He wants to fail. He wants to be frustrated. Basically, he wants to feel something, anything, besides whatever pit of creative despair he's been wallowing in since Heather hit the eject button. Then he casually drops that he's had a guitar since childhood, but couldn't get into it because, oh yeah, his dad is a whole rock star. I mean, mood. Having a rock legend for a father while you're struggling to pluck Twinkle Twinkle is humbling. Anyway, Daniel runs off like an excited puppy and brings back his guitar. Tessa's impressed, and the two sit down to start this soul-cleansing, chord-learning, probably emotional roller coaster of a journey. Over at the penthouse, Nate and Damian are looking at Amy like she's glowing, because she is. Sis is serving YOLO but make it emotional. She just spent the day with her son, cruising around town and reminiscing, probably listening to 80s ballads and shedding one tear per scenic location. Nate's like, girl, you look too good for someone skipping meals and dodging treatment. But then he drops the medical bomb. Dr. Kelly wants Amy to get aggressive and holistic treatment in Boston. Aggressive and holistic? So what are we talking? Kale smoothies and laser beams? Amy's overwhelmed, crying and clutching her pearls. She's worried about the cost, but Damian comes through like a Hallmark Channel son and says, don't worry, I got this. He even offers to charter a flight like he's casually ordering Uber Black for cancer treatment. That's love, okay? They all rally around her like the sweetest hype squad. And after a few more tearful hugs and one deep sigh that sounded like it came from her soul, Amy agrees to go. Damian and Nate are both flying out with her tonight. Yes, tonight like it's a last-minute girls trip, except it's chemo and emotional baggage. Meanwhile, Sally is over at GCAC, spiraling with bubbles and a monologue about Phyllis. Honestly, Phyllis lives rent-free in Sally's head and just redecorated the living room. Sally's ranting about how Phyllis is milking Billy's attention like it's oat milk on sale. And Audra, Miss Keep It Cute or Put It on Mute, is like, why are you this pressed, girl? But Sally's not mad. She's just bothered, deeply, visibly, loudly. Audra tries to talk strategy, but Holden pops in like an ad you didn't ask for and throws off the whole vibe. He's chipper, annoying, and obviously still sweating Audra. But when Sally asks, what's the deal with that? Audra shuts it down faster than a YR Twitter spoiler thread. Audra lies like it's a hobby and tells Sally it's nothing worth discussing. But Sally sees through the BS and shifts the convo back to Phyllis. Audra, with the enthusiasm of a Bond villain, encourages her to cut that woman off at the knees. What is this, Genoa City Fight Club? And then Sally, petty and perfect, warns Audra to keep Nate away from Holden. Because that man's smile is giving smug and slippery. That's not the look you want in a boyfriend or a business partner. As soon as Sally exits, Holden slithers back over to Audra like a bad penny or a blocked number. He reminds her they were supposed to be friends. Sir, if delusion had a face. He flirts. She rolls her eyes. He offers a drink. She offers, I'm booked and busy. But oh ho, plot twist. Holden might be looking for a new job and Audra might just have a spot. Y'all, this messy web of ambition and X-Flames is about to catch fire, and I am ready to roast marshmallows in the aftermath. At Billy's place, Phyllis shows up, and within seconds, they are going full speed into emotional combat. It starts soft. I want what's best for Daniel, and then spirals into, This is all about my trauma. Faster than a toddler on a sugar high. Billy, being the only adult in this conversation, says Daniel doesn't even want to be here. And honestly, facts. Phyllis, however, is not hearing it. She's got plans for her boy, and they do not include his personal autonomy. Billy lays it all out. He says, like, if you love him, let him go. Like it's a Nicholas Sparks novel, and Phyllis is the overbearing plot twist. And then, boom, ultimatum time. Billy says she either supports Daniel's independence or they're done. Just as Phyllis starts to unravel, Sally walks in like, what's going on? Back at the penthouse, Audra walks in as Amy, Damian, and Nate are heading out the door. Everyone's hugging, crying, emotionally soaring, except Audra, who's already back in corporate baddie mode. Nate barely leaves the building before Audra picks up the phone, dials Victor, and drops, I'm ready to get started. Sis didn't even wait for the elevator to ding. That's how hungry she is. Let the games begin. Final thoughts, we got guitar therapy, emotional ultimatums, motherly guilt, passive-aggressive flirting, and Audra plotting her next corporate coup. Genoa City said, you want feelings? Here's a fire hose. And with that, my darlings, I'll be back tomorrow to unpack more mess, more mood swings, and hopefully more of Daniel looking like he's about to join a boy band called Daddy Issues and the Chord Progressions. Until next time, stay shady and stay tuned.